Chapter 1. By morning, the wager was settled. The explosion that shook the crew awake just hours earlier could have been anything. But 3030 knew. The rebels had broken through the line. The smoke in the east poured from the carcass of what was once a heavy turret. Streaks of lasers and tungsten had littered the dark skies. Their target was clear. The rebels were hitting the anti-air defenses. This wasn't the first time he had heard the silent sound of his comrades' failure. Silence was only temporary, a lesson learned from months in the trenches. "Asset 2739, call in a bombing run on that smoke," Platavius, their lieutenant, commanded.
"Sir, our troops could have held out. We'd be bombing our own."
2739's voice cracked at the words that spilled from his mouth. Most called him Sponge. His Alloynium armor never dirtied. Word had it that Sponge was assigned to Platavius to improve his resilience for future combat effectiveness. The lieutenant looked at 3030. The commander's eyes had always been cold, but today they were empty. The trenches killed the commander long before 3030 arrived on planet, and there was little use in arguing with a dead man. 3030's agreeing nod ended any debate with their group. Sponge called it in. The bombers soared overhead. What was once a single stream of steady smoke was now an attestation of the Dominion's resolve. "Good work, Sponge," Platavius barked. 3030, I suppose I owe you now for our wager. Take a fire team to retake the position. When you come back, I'll pay up. 3030 gripped his railgun. There was likely no point in taking a trench back that they themselves made more vulnerable, but it didn't matter. Commanders didn't want thinking. Only killing. Only dying. "Bagsy, Torch, and Asset DQ, you're all with me." 3030 didn't look at the mushroom cloud he was leading his men towards. He had served with Bagsy and Torch for several months. DQ was new. The kind of new that's useful for bait. And sacrificing. The maze of trenches was as long as it was cold. It was encouraging that the rebels hadn't pushed through when the eastern flank fell. A Pyrrhic victory for the rebels was a net win for the Dominion. This wasn't 3030's first planetary theater deployment, but 2 years had passed since his conscription ended, and his volunteer contract began. A promotion to sergeant and the right to a nameplate. That's what the Dominion Coalition offered him to sign. The truth was that he didn't care about the rank or his entitlement to a name. Not after Suin Prime. The Dominion called it a success, but real success isn't built on bones.